Low distorted bass pose, chain drag, and heavy kick, snare in us. Gritty, low syllables per bar, punchline every 4 bars. Face down in the dirt again, knuckle split, jaw lock, can't feel my shins. Crowd watches from the dry side. I breathe mud and call it pride eye. Every swing slower than the last, every step sinking fast, but there's something in the slop and the grind. A diamond forms when you take your time. They want clean, they want shine. I want the grit that breaks the spine. The roar above is just hot air. The real gods live down here. Groovy, heavy, punchline heavy. Glory in the mud, not the gold. The story gets written when the body gets sold. Glory in the mud, not the throne. The crown weighs less than a broken bone. Glory in the mud, watch me crawl. Victory tastes like a mouthful of gold. Glory in the mud, low and slow. The deepest roots are the ones that don't show. More distortion, feel even slower groove. Elbows in the field, teeth full of clay. The clean fight is quick before the 5th round anyway. My lungs burn wet, my eyes sting red, but the voice in my chest says not yet. They slip on the surface, I grab and hold. The mud is a blanket, the mud is a cold. Cold mother that teaches you how to wait, how to turn a closed gate into an open fate. No trophy, no parade, no kiss on the cheek, just a broken thumb and a will that won't leak. The crowd leaves when the lights go dark. I stay in the pit and rebuild the spark. Bro, heavy talk. Sing. Let them have the marble floors. Let them have the closing doors. Give me sludge, give me rust. Give me the promise that turns to dust, then turns to iron in a dirty fist. Groovy. Same punchline structure. Glory in the mud, not the gold. The story gets written when the body gets sold. Glory in the mud, not the throne. The crown weighs less than a broken bone. Glory in the mud, watch me crawl. Victory tastes like a mouthful of gold. Glory in the mud, low and slow. The deepest roots are the ones that don't show. An angry style written, distorted. You see failure, I see fertilizer. You see ending, I see the start. The cleaner the ring, the weaker the king. The darker the soil, the sharper the sting. I don't fight for the light, I fight where the light forgets to go. That's where the glory grows. Maximum groove aggression, still slow but heavier. Glory in the mud, not the gold. The story gets written when the body gets sold. Glory in the mud, not the throne. The crown weighs less than a broken bone. Glory in the mud, watch me crawl. Victory tastes like a mouthful of gold. Glory in the mud, low and slow. The deepest roots are the ones that don't show. Single bass hits, rough whisper sing. Glory in the mud, still crawling, still holding, still here. see at the end, let's stay blessed. Just a song, just a song, just a song. No man, no score, no name, only the code, remember. Only the shine, only the shine. Even faster, more plosive, spitting anger, talk tough from the village, talk big from the wall. But when the horn sounded, you had nothing at all. Pissing wind, pissing feathers, hollow drum. Face like a warrior, heart like a thumb. I saw you drop your shield, saw you drop your pride, saw you crawl to the ditch where the weak ones hide. Don't you dare speak glory, don't you dare speak fake. You are light, you are light, you are always light. Every scar on my back has a name. Every wound on my front has a flame. Yours is just empty, just air, just a ghost. The bravest thing you did was boast. Say, shrug, no breath. Think you'll walk through the spears. Think you'll stand. You got kings, you drop dead hard out from blood. You don't get wet. Dang, you're dead. Maximum spit, no violence for coward. No goal, no throne, no hold, no seat at the end. Let's stand blood the fall. Yeah, fall. No violence for runners. No man, no sport, no man. Only the strong remember. Only the shame. Only the shame. Anger style. No melody, rhythmic hate. You want me to sing your saga? There's no saga. You want me to carve your runes? There is no stone. You ran. That's the whole story. You ran. Now sleep outside the gates forever.
Drum break.
Cool boy. Pure kick snare, no bass, no voice. Fastest verse almost falling apart. Run to the hills, run to the caves, run to the end of the guard. The doors they shut, the lock, the skull, the flashy throne. No feast, no fight, no friend, no fight, no fight, I'm embraced. To the sound of your own footsteps in an empty place. You wanted the easy glory, the bloodless win, the clean sword, the untouched skin. That's not the norm, that's not the way. Charlie Stomp, Brooklyn wants to break. Pedal call, full screen rap, no backing, just rage. No violence for cowards, no goal, no ball, no harm. No seat at the end, let's top it. The fall, the fall, the fall. No violence for runners, no man, no sport, no name. Only the strong remember, only the shame, only the shame. Stutter stop, fading kicks, one last ground line. You ran. You ran. You ran. No Valhalla ever.
Heavy kick snare. March pattern. Then 1/4 beat silence. Then full drop. Gruff, exhausted but still. Blood on the knuckles, sweat on the steel. Knees hit the ground but the mom won't kneel. 3 rounds done, 4 more to go. Heart like a hammer, lungs moving slow. They want me to fall, want me to crack, but the spine stay straight when the arms go slack. Every breath pulled through broken glass. Every rep bit of it into the past. No time to rest, no time to bleed. Pain is the language my body can read. Teeth clenched tight, eyes on the floor. One more set, then I beg for more. Explosive, full energy. We done standing, we don't crawl. Break the bones, but won't break the law. We not standing, spinning red. Standing up when we should be dead. We not standing, heads held high. Even the grave gets a battle cry. We not standing, watch us now. Bury us vertical. That's the vow. Push to the wall, push to the skin, push to the darkest, push back in. Knuckles torn, knuckles white, fighting the ghost in the mirror at night. No white flag, no last call, just a broken shield and a standing skull. The legs shake hard, but they don't fold. The story gets written in blood and cold. Take the punch, take the choke, breathe the fire till the lungs go smoke. Every scar a star in the night, every fall just practice for the fight. Brief breaths, light, slow down, let them talk, let them laugh. The axe stay sharp on the broken path.
dark, I don't fear the rest.
Explosive again! We don't stand back, we don't care. Break the bones but won't break the law. We die standing, spitting red, standing up when we should be dead. We die standing, heads held high, even the grave gets a battle cry. We die standing, watch us now, bury us vertical. That's the vow!
You want my last breath? Come take it. You want my backbone? Break your hands on it. I don't kneel, I don't fold, I don't fade, I don't stop.
Call it pride, call it stupid, call it stone. I call it standing when I should be born. We die standing. We die standing. Maximum aggression, scream rap edge. We die standing. We don't crawl. Break the bones but won't break the law. We die standing. Spitting red, standing up when we should be dead. We die standing. Heads held high, even the grave gets a battle cry. We die standing. Watch us now, bury us vertical. That's the vow.
Single kick hits, fading, gruff, spurted, stone.
We die standing.
Feet still on the ground, heart still making sound.
We die standing.
Digging them mugs, deep where the roots hold tight, written in runes. Even in the endless night, written in runes. The hammer in the hand, until the last grain of sand. Ever spent calm when wet, calm but powerful. Carved it in stone before the sun went cold. Every scar on my hand is a story told. Not with ink, not with breath, not with whispered lies, but with the edge of a blade under open skies. They write in books that burn and fade. I write in runes that the earth is laid. Deep in the bone, deep in the rock, where the roots of the world hold the final lock. No eraser, no delete, no second guess. Just the weight of the truth and the worth of the press. Strike the chisel, feel the spark, leave a mark that survives the dark.
Steady head.
Gnaw, internal rhymes, written in runes where the wind can't wash. Deeper than the river, harder than the frost. Every name, every claim, every battle won. Cut in the stone when the fight is done. Written in runes where the fire can't burn. Every scar a lesson, every crack a turn. Not for fame, not for gold, not for empty praise. Just to say I was here in the ancient days. More internal rhymes and assonance. Let the weak write their names in the melting snow. Let the cowards carve soft where the weak roots grow. I take the hammer to the granite face. Leave a truth so sharp it cuts through space. The room for honor, the room for pain. The room for standing in the freezing rain. The room for brothers who fell in the mud. The room for knuckles that drip with blood. No glory hunt, no desperate pride. It's a stone that says I didn't die. Before I lived, before I fought, before I bled for empty guard. Slight lift, still stable. Read it if you can, fear it if you dare. The runes don't lie, the runes don't care. They just sit in the cliff where the wind screams through, telling the world what the dead one knew. Steady again, slightly more power. Written in runes where the wind can't wash. Deeper than the river, harder than the frost. Every name, every claim, every battle won. Cut in the stone when the fight is done. Written in runes where the fire can't burn. Every scar a lesson, every crack a turn. Not for fame, not for gold, not for empty praise. Just to say I was here in the ancient days. A sonance heavy flowing, no screaming. The rain will come and the rain will go, but the runes stay sharp in the afterglow. The moss will grow and the edge is soft, but the shape remains on the mountain north. You can break the stone, you can crack the slate, but the rune was thrown before the hand of fate. You can bury the cliff, you can hide the hill, but the rune still cuts and the rune stays still. Rune stay still, 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 rune stay still. alternating bass feel. Can't wash, deeper than the river, harder than the frost. Every name, every claim, every battle won. Cutting the stone when the fight is done. Written in runes where the fire can't burn. Every scar a lesson, every crack a turn. Not for fame, not for gold, not for empty praise. Just to say I was here in the ancient days.
Alternating bass, alternating bass, alternating bass. Alternating bass feel. Alternating bass. Alternating bass feel. Yeah. Even in the endless night, the hammer in their hand, until the last grain of sand.
Very slow, almost spoken. Word diaphragm pressure. The crown is heavy, but the neck is stone. The throne is cold, but I sit alone. The hands that held the axe now shake, but the heart still beats for heaven's sake. Every scar remembers the bite of steel. Every bone remembers the broken wheel. The men are gone, the hall is dark, but something still burns in the dying spark. I walked through fire when I had legs to walk. I split the shields when I had voice to talk. Now the voice is gravel, the legs are lead, but the king doesn't whisper what the king hasn't said. Traumatic drop in energy, but not soft.
This is the last breath of a king.
Not a whimper, not a cry.
This is the last breath of a king.
Even falling out of line.
This is the last breath of a king.
Slow as winter, hard as dying, standing, dying low. Low sight rise in energy, but still slow. The blade is rusted, but the grip is true. The blood runs cold, but the will runs through. I watched my brothers fall like rain. I carried their names through the grief and grain. No son to hold the sword up high. No heir to curse or question why. Just a broken king on a frozen hill, with a heartbeat louder than the world's will. They say a king should fall in flame, with 100 enemies and 1,000 names. But here I sit with the northern wind, and the last good fight still under my skin. Slight lift before the drop. I don't beg the gods for a longer thread. I don't beg the earth to take my bed. I just hold the breath and hold the crown, and wait for the dark to drag me down.
This is the last breath of a king.
Not a whimper, not a cry.
This is the last breath of a king.
Even falling out of
Last breath of a king.
slow as winter, hard as
Last breath of a king.
dying, standing, dying low. You think death is the end? No. Death is the door.
You think silence is defeat? No. Silence is the roar. I don't need a I don't need a song. Don't need a ground to remember that I stood here long. Single 808 with 3+ second sustain. Choir synth returns. Kick every 4 seconds.
Heaviest, most exhausted, but still defiant.
Delivered like a man who is almost gone but refuses to stay. Bass decay, single kick hits, final whispered, sung line. The king takes one more breath and calls it victory.